All right. What's up, folks? I'm over here busting some suds and shit. So, Deontay Wilder, right? Versus Dominic motherfucking Brazil, right? Okay. Right. So, I think it's going to be a worthwhile fight, you know, as far as wanting to watch, because of history with boxing, heavyweight division and stuff like that. Things sometimes always don't go his way, so you might see an upset. But I highly doubt that. I highly doubt you see, let me see. Okay, cool. I highly doubt you see an upset or anything like that, but you know, I'm predicting that Dominic Brazil is going to keep himself at arm's length. He's going to try to stay outside, just outside of that motherfucking right hand. And then we all know sometimes Deontay Wilder, he likes to rock into it. When he give you that, he like to rock into it, you know, with that right hand. So, you know, that's one thing that Dominic Brazil could be trying to time, but I don't think it's going to work. And the reason why I don't think it's going to work is because it's just the awkwardness of Deontay Wilder that you can't figure out when it's going to come, you know. And that's why I believe that if Deontay Wilder threw more feints with that, he would have a lot of fighters would have an even harder time with him. You know what I'm saying? Because the simple fact is now he's awkward, and now you're constantly battling yourself to stay away from that right hand. You saw how when you know, Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury, how Tyson Fury tried his best to stay out of that, stay away from that right hand. He damn near was way across the ring when that damn thing struck. And the reason behind that is that Tyson Fury knew that shit landed, possibly it was gonna be his ass. And so, like I said, I'm assuming that Dominic Brazil is gonna stay on the outside of that right hand. In the early rounds, Dominic Brazil's jab kind of looks all right. It kind of has like a little speed to it, a little snap. But that starts to fade down the line, especially when Dominic Brazil is getting hit. It starts to fade. It starts to fade and stuff like that, and then it comes off as meaningless and stuff like that. So basically, you know, if Dominic Brazil doesn't get knocked out past, if he doesn't get knocked out before the third round, it's gonna be another long night for him. It's gonna be another long night for him, and I don't think it would be a knockout. I think Dominic Brazil's corner would stop the fucking fight. And the reason why I'm saying that is that, you know, a lot of people, they downplay Deontay Wilder and they don't give him his just dues when it comes to his jab, when it's effective. There was times in the Tyson Fury fight when his jab actually really came with some spunk. And what happened was Tyson Fury ended up getting his nose busted, and it stunned him. But Tyson Fury, right after he got hit with that jab, he already set himself up to be so far out of reach, the right hand wasn't going to connect. But does Dominic Brazil, the real question is, does Dominic Brazil have better because I'm using the triangle analogy. Does Dominic Brazil have a better? Does he have better boxing abilities than? Oh, that's already clean. So I just gotta hit the stove. Does Tyson Fury does he have a better boxing ability than Arthur Spilka, Eric Molina, Chris Areola, Louis King Kong Ortiz, and Tyson Fury? Does Dominic Brazil have better boxing ability than that? Nah. Nope. When I watched the Dominic Brazil versus Anthony Joshua fight, I noticed that Dominic Brazil does have some skill. I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm not saying none of that. He does have some skill. He does. And what I saw was that he does have a left hook, but it's slow as fuck. He throws that left hook just the same way as Dillian White does it when his eyes closed. Every now and again he throws an uppercut. Dominic Brazil does go to the body. He does go to the body. But in order for him to go to the body, he's gonna have to get in that he's going to have to get in that close range. Now I'm suspecting, and that's one thing about when I watch Deontay Wilder hit the pads. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't seen all of the videos. I ain't watched all of them to entirety and all that stuff. I broke my goddamn cutting board, man. What a small one. Small one over there. But I see a lot of 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2s. You know, I don't see any I don't see no flurries. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these boxers, and that's what I see from Deontay Wilder is that, and that's the reason why I like Adam Konecki, and I keep trying to tell people about this, is that he keeps coming forward. And a lot of times with these fights, you'll see a person throw a 1-2 or a 1-2-3, and they'll reset. You know what I'm saying? What I like about Adam Konecki is that he's not resetting. He's constantly trying to get you off guard because you're resetting. And that's the only thing I can say that's the only way that Dominic Brazil can get him out of there. Is catching Deontay Wilder off guard when he resets. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I said it is because, Deontay Wilder, you can't always, when you're using your gloves and shit to block punches in the high guard, that's cool and dandy and all, but eventually something's gonna slip through. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Deontay Wilder bends at the hips enough. Partially due to that is because, it's like 6'6", 6'7". Ain't that too many that tall people in there? So why bend down and try to go under people's hooks and jabs and stuff when you that tall? But this guy, he's 6 something. He's fairly tall. They call him, trouble and stuff like that. I think Deontay Wilder could do a little dipping. Can do a little bit more head movement because Dominic Brazil doesn't have stamina. So if he's swinging and missing, he's wasting a lot of energy. So that'd be a good thing, you know. But I don't see there's much that Dominic Brazil has to offer besides earlier rounds with the jabs, with the shots to the body, and the left hook. Other than that, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing else. He just big. I mean, he not big for no reason. Obviously, he got somewhere. You know, either some people want to say sure luck or whatever the case may be, by default or whatever the case may be. But he's here. He's won some fights. Not against the best opponents, but he won some fights. So for him to get into the, you know, heavyweight division as a professional and to do what he did, my hats is off to you. But you know, I don't know. Like Puff said, I don't know. But somebody got to die. You know, and it ain't going to be Wilder, I tell you that much. I don't know. But somebody got to die. You know? And it'd be horrible, though. I mean, I wouldn't lose no sleep over it. I wouldn't lose no sleep if he died or whatever the case may be. But that would be sad, though. You know? A guy getting in the ring, doing what he, I would presume, doing the thing that he loved, boxing, you know, but maybe his kids, his wife there and stuff like that. He got a family, you know. If he happened to die, he'll be leaving them behind. That would be tragic, but you know, it's not something that I wouldn't even turn the channel to watch his funeral on national TV. You know? I wouldn't even do that. I mean, I didn't watch Nipsey Hussle's, but the only reason why I didn't watch that, man, because that's just sad, man. That's a whole nother. I even want to watch that, man. That's you know, that was just horrible. You know, but your boy Dominic Brazil, man, like I hope you learn something. You know, hope you learn something, because this might be your only shot, man. This might be your last hurrah. You know, because statistically speaking, it's starting to look like everybody that Deontay Wilder knocked out, they had to hit the reset button to come back, or they ain't never been the same. Never been the same. You know? I had a football game the other day, man. I played defensive back. I took a couple good licks, you know? And after the game, you start to ask yourself, is it fatigue? Am I drained? Because I'm in decent shape. Is it fatigue, or what is it? But you start to question yourself that did those decent licks, did they affect you? You know? Then you start to find out that over the course of a few days, you know, you start feeling different, like you're getting better, and then you're like, damn, those hits did do something. Because your concentration sometimes will be off. You'll be doing something and I'll be doing something and it'll be like struggling to do it, trying to think and stuff like that. But so, you know, a lot of y'all think it's bullshit with Tyson Fury and shit like that. But if your own pops come out and say, I don't want to see you take shots like that. If I was there, I would have called off the fight and blah, 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 woody, woo, woo. The reason why he did that, the reason why he said that is because his pops know something about him that we don't know. And it might be HIPAA related. You know what I'm saying? His pops might know something about him that we don't know. And it might be HIPAA related. You know? It just might be. And so that's what people got to understand. When Wilder say, your body ain't meant to get hit like that over and over again, he ain't lying. And I don't care if you're playing rugby, football. I don't care if you're playing soccer and you having that ball come at you, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour and you knocking that motherfucker into the goal post. It's rattling your motherfucking brain, man. And some of y'all out there, y'all giving Tyson Fury a pass, but the only way I can see it, is especially when he said that he don't want to fight in California no more. The only way I can see it is that California is like one of the tough ones. Other than you got California and New York. I don't think New York is as tough as California when it comes to making sure fighters are cleared, right? And I think even before this fight, before the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, I think that Fury had a hard time getting medically cleared. This is my opinion. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. It's a theory. You can say uneducated, whatever. It's mine. And he said he don't want to fight there again. So with him getting the license, him signing up, VADA and all that stuff, you know, it could have been he needed a couple of extra 3-4 days to get the coke out of his system. Could have been he needed more time to get the PEDs out of his system. But I think his head can get medically cleared. I think he took some shots over the course of his career that affects him. I mean, you want to sit up over here and talk about depression, and you 30-something years old, and now all of a sudden you got depression. You didn't have it. You didn't seem to have it when you was in your 20s. When you're in your teens, you don't talk about when it started. But we know when it ended. We know when the shit hit the fan. And I'm thinking that that depression that he has been inflicted with has been caused from CTE or traumatic brain injury, TBI. It's been caused by something. And I think it's been caused by something in the ring. You know, when you get these fighters that's been fighting in the amateurs since they was little kids, and then they do a whole, you know, between 16 and maybe 21, the whole spiel up in the amateurs, you know, fight after fight after fight, fight after fight after fight, trying to prove yourself to other people and stuff like that. you taking a lot of that's a lot of beatings. Win or lose. That's a lot of thumps. You know? So I think his depression is caused by brain injury. Now back to Deontay Wilder and Dominic Brazil. I'm about to say Tyson Fury because Dominic Brazil is stinking up the place. He's stinking up the place. But like I said, you know, Dominic Brazil might as well come out and bull rush him. He might as well. He might as well come out and bull rush him and try to land something lucky, you know, because the way I see it is that there ain't that many options that he has. You know, I named a few. Jab and a left hook. Body shots. But all those is in the early rounds. Other than that, this shit is coming out slower than molasses. Get some pep in your step. And you can't cheat. You can't train that, really. You know, how do you train pep in your motherfucking step? You know, when a dude has already been fighting this long. Yeah, he could get a little faster. Yeah, he could get this. But how do you really train pep in your motherfucking step? I don't think you really can, man. Not this late in the game. Not this late in the game. He might as well. Man, I wish that brother man the best. Oh, you know, hope he doesn't come in up in here looking like a motherfucking fool. You know, like he ain't been training. Like he about to lay down. You know, because at the end of the day, it only hurts Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Coming up in there and just laying down. You know, the second Stavern fight, that didn't do nothing for Wilder's career. Because what Stavern did after that fight, you know, how he performed after that fight, you know, we could have been like, oh, damn, Deontay Wilder just beat his ass in the first round, blah, 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 whoop, whoop. And then Bermain Stavern comes out here, beat a couple guys, steps up, fight another dude that's worth a damn, and does all right in the fight, win or lose. He didn't do that. He laid down. And the only reason why I think he laid down is I don't think Bermain Stavern has a choice on who he fights and when he fights, and his pocket's fucked up in a major way. And I think that he's trying to get up out of there. And the only way he can get up out of there is Don King or whoever lets him go. Oh, that's a cabin to say, what Raccoon doing in the street? Yeah, but Dominic Brazil, Deontay Wilder at the Barclays Center this motherfucking Saturday for all you bitches and niggas and tricks, scallywags, trolls, and cocksuckers. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.